How do you respond to godly things? And even when you ignore them and choose to do nothing, that, my dears, categorizes response. How do you respond to the church of God? How do you respond to the people of God? How do you respond to the man of God? How do you respond to the commands of God out of his word? How do you respond to the ministries of God? How do you respond to the vision and the focus of God? How do you respond to those who are the visionaries of God? How do you respond to the day of God, the Lord's day? How do you respond to those services of God, those that are opened in his name? How do you respond to the money of God that he allows you to have to take care of yourself and to support his work? How do you respond to the things of God? No one here today necessarily will stand up and ring out their answer, but your answer ought to be true in your heart and in your mind, for you know you better than anybody in here. And God knows all of the reasoning of your heart and of your mind. He knows the answer. He looks and he observes, and he doesn't need an answer today, for he already knows where you are in your various levels of commitment and in your levels of involvement and in your levels of doing. God already knows. The question is not for God, but the question is for me and for you. How is it that you respond to the things of God? And I need to warn you here that we're not talking about some of the things, we're talking about all of the things. It's not up to you and I to determine what is God's and what is not. Have I got a witness? If that were the case, I guess I could probably be all right with not responding to you, and you a child of God, if I wanted to decide that you are not God's, and so I don't need to respond to you because you don't belong to God in the first place. So I can't go around trying to pick and to choose what I think belongs to God. Have I got a witness? It's not given to me to choose what church is God's church, what man is God's man, what people are God's people. God has everything, and everything belongs to him. And the question still remains, how do you respond to the things of God?